Hi guys, this is Andy from Mobile Must Have, and in this video we're talking all things SIM cards, how to install them, how to use them, and any tips and tricks you might have. So this is going to be a jam-packed video with lots of stuff around SIM cards. It's going to kind of bounce around a bit, so what I've done is I've put timestamps, and you can see it along the kind of the timeline here. So if you need to jump ahead to a certain section for installing or troubleshooting or sizing, feel free to jump ahead, that's okay. And we're going to cover each of those sections there. You can also see a list of them in the description below. Now, before we go any further, don't install your SIM card unless you've been told your SIM is activated. Now, this is definitely true for mobile must-have plans, but even if you're getting a plan from a carrier or another reseller, I would not have that SIM card installed until it's been activated. Sometimes that can cause some delays or even kind of burn the SIM if it's been activated while in the device. So just kind of keep it out of the device until you get that green light. Next thing we're going to talk about is actually kind of breaking it out in SIM card sizes. So when we ship SIMs from Mobile Must Have, you're going to get kind of a full credit card size SIM card. And we need to break it out to the actual, like just the SIM card size itself. So to do that, you can just kind of break these like little pieces, and sometimes bending it gently and just waiting for it to snap will be kind of the trick here. It's all about being delicate. You don't need scissors or anything. It should kind of pop out, but that's the way to do it. Now, SIM cards from Mobile Must Have, and in most cases, most carriers are using tri-cut SIMs. What this means is this one SIM card can actually be transitioned into 3 different sizes. The big size, so kind of the one that pops out of the card initially, is the standard, or we call it full-size SIM. The next one down is going to be the micro SIM, and then the nano SIM is basically the size of just the chip itself, but that would be the nano SIM. Now, for the devices we sell at Mobile Must Have, we typically use 2 different sizes. The first is going to be the full-size SIM, so that's all kind of 3 pieces together. For this T-Mobile, it's that pink one with everything filled in. If you've got one of those devices, you're probably going to be using the full-size SIM. You can see the SIM slots on the bottom, and the SIM card from this, from the long side will fit perfectly in that. Now, some of our newer devices, like the 5G devices, they are actually switching over to a nano SIM. On this device, you can see here, this is the SIM cards. Come on, camera. There's the nano SIM. If I put this card up to it, you can see this SIM card is much bigger than just the width of those. You can't mix it up too much. I do want to say, and I want to make sure it's very clear, do not put a nano SIM by itself into a full-size SIM unit. The SIM will just basically get eaten, and if you kind of take the device apart to get it out, it voids the warranty. So be very careful with doing that. If that happens to you, definitely reach out to us as soon as you can. You can send it to Mobile Must Have, and we can fix it without voiding the warranty. But if you've put it in there and you can't get it out, don't mess with it. You could actually make things worse pretty quickly. So just if you're not sure, double, triple check or reach out to us. But full-size SIM, and you can see how it will fit. The full-size SIM fits really nicely in that slot, and even without it going all the way in, it will hold it. If it's way too small, don't put it in. Now, one quick thing I'll mention, I'll get back to this in a bit. If you only have a nano-size SIM and you're trying to get to a full-size SIM, we have SIM adapters. So you can get basically one of these, the right size plastic for the SIM card size you've got, and you can size it up if you need to. So more on that later. Now, regardless of which Pepwave you have, installing the SIM is a pretty similar process. First, you're going to need to remove the dust cover off of the Pepwave itself. And then each Pepwave typically has 2 SIM card slots. Some have 4, but all of them usually have at least 2. And they're going to be like there's one on top and then one on the bottom. You can see that here. To install the SIM card, you basically will put the notch of the SIM card. You can see there's an A and the B. And if you hold the SIM card up next to those pictures, you can see which way A and B should go. The thing you're looking for is the notch on that particular SIM card itself. Once you push it in, you'll actually hear a little click, and that is basically a spring setting, so you can push it again and have the SIM card come back out to you. Sometimes I have found that with new devices, the spring is already set in. Like someone put a SIM in, but then just pulled it out instead of pushing to get the spring to release it. So, maybe it might not push the first time. This is with my SIM card fully inserted into this particular device. Here, I'll show you B-roll of this too. So you can see a little bit of the tail of the SIM card, and that's made so I can push on it with just my fingertip pad, and I can pull the SIM card out. I don't need tongs or tools or anything to do that. I can just put the SIM back in, I can just push it, and it stays in, and I can feel it click, and it kind of sets a little bit back out. Then I can push it again, and then the SIM card will come all the way back out. It'll eject itself, so I can take that there. Same thing for any nano size SIMs. It works identical. There's a spring you can push. Make sure the chip itself is facing the other slot, and the notch, even though the nano size, is going on the in setting. So they work identical, but just different sizes there. Now let's talk SIM card adapter. We sell these SIM card adapters on our store, and basically what they are is they're a way to size up your small SIMs, like this is nano SIM, and let's say I needed to make it into a full-size SIM to go into an older Transit Duo or something. I can use this kit to do that. So in this kit, we basically have 3 SIM cards. We have a SIM removal that's typically needed for a phone, but although it can do like a factory reset on the Pepwaves. And then we have a USB device here. So what I need is I need the nano to full size. That's going to be this middle one in my case. So I can just slide that out of the case, and then I need to just kind of put the chip in. Now it'll only fit one way with the notch, so just make sure it's faced the right way. We're going to kind of work it in place here, and it kind of snaps in. We like these particular SIM card adapters because they don't require tape. Most of them you get off of like eBay and Amazon really want you to tape the SIM card in, and then it's locked in. Like you can't ever change it back out. So we got these that just have little tabs. So just kind of be careful with that. But then I can take another device that requires a full-size SIM, and it just slides in perfectly. So it works perfectly to kind of size up that SIM. If you don't have a full-size SIM and you're coming from another device that requires a nano or micro SIM, these kits are what you need to kind of solve that problem if you're going to a larger SIM device. But yeah, and then again, if I wanted to come it back out, I can just push on it, just like we did with our SIM card removal before, and I can pull it right back out. There we go. So once you've got the SIM card installed, you can make sure the antennas are all tightly screwed on. Then you can power up the device. And once you've gone through those setup steps, we're not covering those here. We've got another video on that here. So if you need to learn how to access the dashboard or troubleshooting, that can be here. But you can go to the details section under cellular, and you can find the ICC ID, and that's going to be the SIM card ID. So it's the same number that matches the big credit card style one here. If you wanted to confirm that it's being read correctly and the SIM is reading. All right, guys, if you have any questions on this video, feel free to leave a comment below, but it's typically faster if you chat with us on our website or shoot us an email at info@mobilemusthave.com. All right, guys, hope to see you on the road. Thanks. Bye.